everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Smith's Chiefs. So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run here. This is James Starks. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
Now Rodgers. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kelsey out in the slot right. On first down, it's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's second down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Smith. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Play action. It's Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
To throw is Smith. Looking for Maclin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Rodgers. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson, what a story he became this year. You got to think comeback player of the year if you're going to give out that award, right?
At a minimum, I would think. And, you know, let's face it, to me, he was a candidate for All-Star awards at the end of the year. He's 5th in receptions, 6th in receiving yards, led the NFL in touchdown receptions with 14. He got better and better as the year went on. And people often talk about after a knee injury, it's the second year back that they achieved their greatness again. I think Jordy Nelson's already there.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't... think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, down the stretch, I was able to see Greg Olsen of the Carolina Panthers play twice and set an NFL record, his 3rd straight season of 1,000 yards receiving, something that's never been done in the NFL before by a tight end. But Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs, I would say to you, he may very well have had the best season of a tight end in the NFL this year.
Over 1,100 yards, finished the year as the NFL's 12th best receiver with those yards.
When I watch Kansas City play and the ways that they get him the football, he acts like a wide receiver sometimes. He's a tight end. He's a slot back. They're running wide receiver screens to him. They do everything to get the ball in his hands, and he makes big plays.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Easy.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Rodgers. And Nelson's got it here right side. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the... And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, as we sit on the eve of the playoffs, interesting note, first time since 2003 that both Super Bowl teams from the previous year have not made the playoffs. That leads me to this question. Who's the biggest underachieving team of this season?
Well, I would start with Carolina. They went 15-1 last year, and while they were the runner-ups in the Super Bowl, we fully expected them to make a run back towards it this year. I'd say also, if you stick with that, Arizona. Yeah. Trendy preseason pick. They didn't make the playoffs. And Jacksonville was another trendy pick.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now starts. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 4th and 3.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Smith. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there. Smith to Macklin. 43 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Wide open receiver, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. Rodgers now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And quickly they get to the line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And able to find Conley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Davis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And that incompletion also gives me a chance to ask you about defensive MVPs. You know, I thought that it was going to be Von Miller. He had 13.5 sacks a few games ago, but didn't have any the final stretch of the season. But he still has a possibility.
No doubt we still have to talk about him. He's one of the best defenders in the league. But how about some other names? Vic Beasley from Atlanta led the league in sacks. Khalil Mack, you have to block him with 2 or 3 guys on each and every play. How about Landon Collins and his playmaking for the New York Giants? Helped them get to the playoffs this year. And, of course, Eric Berry from Kansas City. A couple of pick sixes, the pick 2 against Atlanta, an all-around playmaker. And Aaron Donald's team didn't play very well, but he's one of the best ones in the league.
And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They come out here in the eye. And now it's 2nd and goal. Starts. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook from 3 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Rodgers will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He's going to go deep for Conley. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On the carry. It's Davis. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It's a gain of 7, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Wills, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alex Smith, his second touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
319, reset.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Time for a break. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We're back to see what happens after this. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jared Cook, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They run again with Starks. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Rodgers looking to throw. He's got time. He's going to go up top again. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.